I have a lot of guys that come in here, they're into imports. You know, imports are nice cars too. But I grew up with an American muscle car, the American V8, and this is what I like. You know, they were designed by engineers from the manufacturers. And with the new technology, with the fuel injection, the way the cylinder heads are designed, they have a lot more power than they did in the old days. But I still love the old school. Okay, we've got another car ready to be shipped to my customer's house. So we're just gonna back that up on a tow truck. So it's gonna be a goodbye to this beautiful V-Code 6-barrel car, Cuda, I should say. It's sad to see it go, but then again, it's working, it's done, and it's ready to go. We just had the clutch replaced on this car, the flywheel. We fixed the oil leak in the shifter on the transmission. We did a few details under the hood. We had the shaker done up in black again that he wanted, because I know they come silver from the factory, but he wanted it painted black. And the only thing I'm waiting for right now is the gold wing, also getting painted black, which is not ready. But in the meantime, we're gonna deliver the car the way it is to the my client's house. And for now, it's all done. But besides that, it's one beautiful car. So I get the pleasure of driving it up on the tow truck, flatbed. That should be cool. It's gonna be nice. What a shame. Hate to see a nice car leave my shop. But then again, that's what we're here for. One gets done, gets delivered, and wait for the next one to come in.
Yeah, your man, but he lives in LA. Underneath, same thing.
Stop.
Hold the brakes.
Good stuff. I love it. I love it. She's a beauty, Julian.
It's a beauty, yeah?
Yeah. Okay, we're ready. Look, I've got cylinder heads everywhere. Welcome to Nick's Garage. Here's another day in the workshop working with quite a few 440s I've got here. I've got 3 440s, all of them are 6-packs to be put onto the dyno. So slowly but surely we got a few to put together. I've got Tim with the 69 Roadrunner 812, which is a 446 barrel, which I have in the room. Then I've got Joe with another 446 pack I'm building for one of his customers, Challenger. And I've got Big Al, Alain, that owns that 446 pack that he bought from a 69 Roadrunner, which he bought to put into his 1964 or 65 Polora?
64.
64 Polora. So I've got 3 engines to line up for the dynamometer. But in the meantime, I just want to show you how to install a cylinder head on a 440. So Leo's going to start cleaning the cylinder head. The valve job has been done, springs are installed, valve seals are done, all new valves. So just clean the deck, and then we're going to start installing it on the cylinder block. So Leo, do your magic. If we go back a few years ago, Leo here, young man, built his own 318 on a 71 Charger. And it's very rare you find a young person like Leo who wants to go old school like I do with all these old cars and old engines. So he came here for a visit today. So he said, you know what, he'll help me clean up cylinder head a little bit on the deck because it's been storage for a while so that we can install on the 440. So it's very impressive, Leo, for a young person like you to be involved with old school.
I always loved it. I always loved it.
And I see you have a passion for it.
That's it. I'm driven by passion.
Driven by passion.
That's it.
That's it. So we're going to have the honors installing a cylinder head so I can show my viewers. Not much of a big job, but just to give them some details. Well, I just wanted to make sure that there's no dirt or oil because we did a valve job on this cylinder head. And I wanted to make sure there's no stain because we're going to end up putting a 20 thou shim gasket with a copper spray to make a good seal. So when you have a nice clean deck and a nice clean deck on the cylinder head, you know you're going to get a good seal, no leaks, no cooling leaks, nothing whatsoever. So this is what you do a good job. And here we have a head gasket. It's a 20 thou shim from Chrysler. We're going to install this gasket because the block is not zero decked and we have 80 cc chamber on these cylinder heads. So I'm going to spray with copper spray, which is a good sealer. Then we're going to start installing the cylinder head and torque it down. You're probably wondering why you have it upside down. Sometimes, you know, when it's in storage for a long time, all the maybe the chemicals or whatever sit on the base of the can. Just like a spray can. The day before you use it, the day before, I turn them upside down, give it a good shake. I want to make sure it's got a good mixture and I got a good spray or a good seal. A good mixture, in other words. So let's go in the corner of the shop and let's spray it. You know, we try to keep it a distance from a car. I've got the cars further back, so I'm going to go in the corner of the shop where I do some of the painting when I paint engines. This way you get no fumes on any of the cars. But in this case here, we are safe. There we go. Put a thin layer on one side, then I put another layer on the other side and we'll make a few coats. You know, I've used these gaskets many times and you know what? They're very good. They've done my job for years and years. It depends what. If you're using aluminum head, I do not use these gaskets. I use a Felpro, which is the number 1009, which is a 39 thou thickness. In this case, since the piston is not exactly top dead center, we're looking for a low 10 compression ratio engine. This is going to be probably 10.1 or 10.0 compression ratio on this 446 pack. When it comes to calculating compression ratio, there's the thickness of the gasket, the bore, the gasket bore matters, the thickness of the gasket, the cc's in the chamber, and also the piston deck height with the top of the piston to the deck, and also if the piston has notches or a dome. So everything has to take into calculations. This is a flat top engine with the 6 cc notches. The gasket is 20 thou, 88 cc, so we're roughly 10.0 compression ratio, which is going to be a pretty good quench. Would have been better if it would have been zero deck, but you know what? It's going to do the job just fine. I don't want to get too much compression ratio because today's fuel is not like the old days. Here we go. I think it looks pretty good. Let it get tacky a bit. And now we're just going to go install it. There we go. Let's go install it on the cylinder block. And by the way, this is the cylinder block. This belongs to Joe. It's a 446 pack for one of his Challenger projects. It's been bored 30 over. We've cleaned the deck. We didn't zero deck it. We cleaned the deck to make sure it's nice and clean. We've installed SRP flat top pistons, forged. I had the crankshaft, or should I say the rotary assembly balanced. And it's all assembled right now. I've got his oil pan on, his timing chain, his cam, the water pump housing, oil pump. And I'm going to install the head gasket, like so. There you go. Got to make sure it lines up good, which I'm sure it does. So now we sprayed both sides. Now we're going to bring the cylinder head and put it on. Now, this is how you pick up the cylinder head. You grab it from here. Not like most guys that grab it from here, because this is the deck where you're gonna lay the cylinder head on the block. Your fingers are gonna be in the way. So you gotta catch it good right here, like so. You pick it up, okay, you got a good grip like this. And then, as you're carrying it over, what you do is, the closest holes right here, the head bolts, as you're going down, you look at that, aim them, line them up, and drop the head on the block. You ready? Go right ahead. Take your time. That's correct. Good stuff. Okay, thank you, Leo.
No problem.
I also wanted to mention that we had all the head bolts cleaned and all the threads were lubricated last night. We put a thin coat of oil and we let it drain overnight. So when you have too much oil on the threads and when you torque them down, you get a hydro lock on the cylinder head bolts. But in this case, we rolled them last night. They drained. There's hardly anything on them. So this is what you do when you put on head bolts. So you get a good, correct torque reading when you torque down the cylinder heads. And I also wanted to mention one other thing. Always, when you install cylinder heads, a lot of times when they're made out of cast iron or aluminum, your most important holes are right here on the alternator. In many cases, over the years, because they're 40, 50-year-old engines, that this bolt is probably broken or stripped, the main bolt that holds the alternator. So you take a good look, because sometimes you're gonna have a cylinder head with a broken bolt or something, or strip or something. So you wanna put the good head on the passenger side, so when you put the alternator bolt that holds up all the way to the alternator, that is solid, firm, because both cylinder heads are identical, so you could switch them over. For example, if you take a look at this one, which is another 440, it's got damaged threads right over here. So what you can see is, this is the bolts holes in the back, which is towards the firewall, we do not use. For this case, since that bolt was stripped or broken inside, we put it on the driver's side in the back, which we have no use for it. And we kept a good cylinder head on the passenger side so we can attach the alternator. So always take that note, you guys, when you do this job. Leo, go ahead, put on all the head bolts, and let's torque it down. "17 bolts per side. Just like a Hemi, just like a 383, 400. If you want to talk about a 340, there's only 10 bolts per side. But what's good about this one, you got 5 bolts per cylinder. Good seal on the gasket. These head bolt torque specs are 70 to 75 foot-pounds from the factory. We're going to start at 55 and then go to 75 foot-pounds. It's very hard to cross thread. Once the head is in place and you drop the bolt, it's already lined up with the threaded hole in the block. But what you look for is when you're turning a bolt on, it goes nice and easy. If you feel it going in like crunch or something, where it should not be, as we had all the threads cleaned out before we had the block washed, but it should be okay. Look, everything's going in all finger tight, so it's all great. Look at that, they're all finger tight. Look at that, they're all in place, finger tight. You know, I like to feel like Leo's getting the touch of it. You know, you feel that the bolts are going in nice and clean. A lot of times people take a gun and they go with the impact. I never like that. In some cases I might, but you know, if you want to have a good feel, put it in with your fingers. Or when you loosen bolts, I like to have the feel of the bolt when it comes off, and when you put it back on also. But in this case, we're going to torque them down.
I learned so much here, you know. Just yesterday, we did pistons, crank, how to properly install pistons first thing of all, you know. Today was timing covers, water pump housing, water pumps, and there's all these little tricks into it, you know. It's not just 4 bolts and you're done, you know. There's the silicone that goes into it, there's the gasket, the orientation of the water pump, all that. Those things matter, you know. But you learn, you know. I didn't know that before. So I'm grateful to be here, you know. I love it, you know.
Okay, we start at 55 foot-pounds and then take it to 75. You know, 70 to 75 with the little extension, so 75 foot-pounds should be perfect. I've learned everything on my own. You know, after building so many engines, you get the feel of everything. You know, after, you know, you can't, the best way to get your experience is working on hands. Like I was telling Leo and Devin and Vasily, when you guys, you know, when you finish school, I've always asked this question to all the apprentice mechanics that I've met and the stages I've come through my garage. I always give them a bolt that's jammed on an engine or anywhere in suspension. Then I've asked them, this bolt is seized. Get it off, take it off. And all of them, I'm gonna tell you this, every apprentice did not know what to do. Because at the school, I've always asked the same question. Did they teach you that? No, they did not teach them that. From what I know, everybody tells me, no, Nick, they didn't teach us that. They always they always work on cars. They've been on and off the parts so many times. The bolts are not seized, but this is the real world. When bolts are seized, this is where you gotta find them and take them off. And this is what I teach my younger generation apprentice mechanics, how to get the job done. I've gone through this many times with all my stash guys, all my apprentice mechanics. I've gone through it all the time. I wanna show them being here is the real world. So fighting a bolt that does not want to come off is something that they don't teach you in school. Okay, start torquing them down. Go to 55 pounds.
55 pounds?
Go to 55 foot-pounds and work from the center outwards. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Well, you know, you want to start with a smaller sequence because it's a big flat surface and you want to bring it down even. You know, you don't take it and you torque it down 75 foot-pounds on one end or center or anything because you start warping the cylinder head. So you got to bring it down nice and slowly. So we're going to start at 55. Some people start at 40, 60, and 75, whatever. But 55 and then go to 75, you're all good. It's worked for me and I never had issues with it. When you work on a flat surface, or with a cylinder head, you always start from the center and work your way out. Leo has a good idea what he's doing. It's a good thing I have you here today so you can give me a hand cleaning a few pieces and putting on a cylinder head so I can show our viewers here on YouTube.
I'm glad to be here.
Okay, you know, it seems a lot easier putting a cylinder head on an engine stand. I'm sure in a car it's a lot harder, more difficult,
for sure.
But this is the fun part. Building the engine on an engine stand is the best way to go.
That's it, last bolt.
Last bolt, 55.
55 foot-pounds.
Okay, now do your next step, 75, and go through the whole thing again. This is nothing difficult. This is all factory stuff, you guys. We've got a nice valve job done. We've got the engine refresh. So this is going to be another good engine for the dyno. This is going to be a 6-pack setup, which is going to be fun. I've got a few 6-packs lined up for the dyno. I've got a 340 rated lined up on the dyno. And always use your arm straight. Remember? what I'm showing you? Always, never like this, never like that, you know, always. Well, you know, you want to make sure you're, a lot of guys, they hold the torque wrenches in different ways, but you know, you're supposed to hold your left hand where the socket is, and your right hand, you want to keep it straight. So you always have the same movement, so you have a consistent torque reading every time you torque down a bolt. You pull the shoulder now with your elbow.
Like that.
That's right. Keep going. You're doing fine. And then after, when you're done, what I do, I go through every bolt in a straight line. And you count 17. Yeah, go through every bolt in a straight line and make sure you got 17. Okay? Go ahead. One by one. Take your time. Just in case you didn't miss one. That's why I'm doing this.
Good idea.
Okay? You see that one? Oh, come. Keep going, keep going. Yeah, you see sometimes, I don't know why, sometimes as you tighten 75 foot-pounds in the center and you go out, and then you go back in the middle, then you notice that it takes a little bit more pounds to bring it down to 75 foot-pounds. It happens once in a while. Not that we missed it, but somehow maybe the cylinder head warps in a certain way. I'm not sure. That's why you go through the whole thing and you go through 75 pounds again. Keep going. You got the inner bolts too. Don't forget the inner bolts. It's a very small turn, but you know what? You don't have no issues with it anyways. You forgot that one?
Well, I think it was 55.
Oh, okay. You see? Anyways, it's at the end, so that's okay. There you go. See? You can't forget. You have to focus. When you tighten bolts, you're going from the center like this, you know, then going outboard. You got to concentrate. You can't miss a bolt. Imagine that you put the engine in the car, and then the next thing you know, the guy blows a head gasket because someone forgot to tighten a head bolt. But in this case, you went through all 17. Yep. We're good. So that's good. So now I just want to show something else. Something after we do a valve job, we install new core plugs. So I'm going to pull them out. Let me go find them. Yep. We're going to show them how we put a sealer in it, how we knock them in place. My brothers at Mechanic Auto Parts supply all these pieces for me. I believe the end core plugs are 1 inch, like so, okay? And they've got to be pressed in. I also put shellac on the cylinder head and also on the core plug, and then I push them in. Usually I like to get brass plugs, but they're very rare. I can't find them all the time, but they work for me. These steel core plugs will work for me. Here we go. This is how we start. We got the extension. Then we need, I get a socket with a hammer. Where is it? Okay, so what I find is a socket that's almost fits like a glove. Okay, there we go. There we go, like so. Now we gotta find one for the side, right here. I believe this is 1 1/4 inches. Then I got this one here. Okay, so we got our tools for our setup. Let's go. Let me get my hammer. I got the shellac. Now we're gonna smash them in. I use the shellac as a sealer. When I used to work at GM, this is what we were taught. And you know, the older head gaskets, when there were steel shims, we didn't have copper spray. We had to use shellac on a steel head gasket, which I did with a little brush. I used to brush the whole head gasket, put it on the block, and torque down the cylinder head. Nowadays, you got a spray can, copper spray. You spray it over, much more simple, much faster, and installs within minutes. Okay, here we go. I do this. See, you go like that. Then I do this. Get the hammer. And here we go. You don't want to go too deep. You don't want to fall into the water jacket. And there you go. And let me tell you something about this. A lot of people, when they do valve jobs, they never replace the core plugs. I don't know, for some reason. Now, for example, if the engine's installed in the car and you have a core plug leaking in the back, like in this case, it would be, let's say a 440 has core plugs on the cylinder head. If you have to replace one of these core plugs with the firewall here, it would be a nightmare. You're gonna have to remove the cylinder head so you can put a core plug in here in many, many cases, from what I know. So what I would just start by putting all new core plugs after a valve job, and you'll have no issues after. I put the shellac in all the bores like so, like that, and of course for the one in the back. And then we'll get the other one in the back here. I do this to all my engines. Like so. And they're press fit. And there you go. Voila. And it's a nice finish. And now we're gonna go to the much bigger core plug, which is 1 1/4 for the sides. Like so. I like to put on both sides, on the cylinder head and also on the core plug. There we go, one more to go. And by the way, if you guys are asking who makes the shellac, there it is. I don't know what it's made out of, but it sure does my job, let me tell you. I've never had any issues once I've used this. I remember once an engine coming into my shop and somebody put core plugs on a block, and I noticed there was no sealer. But we ended up putting the engine on the dynamometer. The moment I put water into the engine, I saw all the core plugs leaking water. But eventually it stopped leaking after, but why take a chance, you guys? Put shellac and you'll be in good hands after that. There you go. There we go. This is one cylinder head installed. So now we're going to turn it on the other side and proceed the same thing for the driver's side to install the cylinder head. Yeah, there we go. Now just clean it a little bit over here, and let's get ready to put the other head gasket on. Leo, give me a clean rag, clean the deck, make sure everything's nice and clean. Leo, you want to go spray it?
Sure.
Go ahead. Put a few coats. Yeah, all the way in the corner.
There, that looks pretty good. Ready for next approval.
Did both sides? You did a couple of times?
Yep, twice, both sides.
See? Yep, go put it on.
Put it on.
Looks good.
Like this. That's the way to take it.
There you go. Go right ahead. Take your time. Once it falls in place with the dowel pins, it will not slide off. There you go. Now you can put your head bolts and finish it off. A lot of people are telling me that you should become a teacher.
That's it.
You know, I don't know, maybe sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe not. You know, if there was a lot of young guys like you that wanted to learn old school, I'd love to become a teacher. I turned the shop into a school. Teach new guys old school. That's what I'll be doing. And you know, that would be fun. It would be. There is a few people like Leo, Devin, Vasily who have the passion of doing these things. And I know that today it's more rare. I like seeing the new younger generation do what I used to do in my life, which I still do today. And I'm sure there's a lot more others out there that love it, but maybe not like the old days. But it is old school. These old cars are still around. There's a lot of them still around. People enjoy them. And you know, I still learn a few things every day myself. Sometimes we learn how to make some different tools to do some jobs a lot easier. Sometimes new products come on the market. You know, I learn every day. And whatever I learn or what I know, I pass it on to the new, younger generation. Like working with cast iron heads is very rare today. All these old V8s are mostly cast iron. Today's, all these imports and all these cars are all aluminum heads in many, many, many cases. Working with cast iron is old school. I grew up with that, and I'm still doing it today. And now I'm passing it on to you guys.
That's it. I appreciate it.
No, it's my pleasure. Yeah, I love it when the new generation has the passion for this. It is something. I have a lot of guys that come in here, they're into imports. You know, imports are nice cars too. But I grew up with an American muscle car, the American V8, and this is what I like. Even if it's an American 6-cylinder like the 225 or the 230, 250 from GM, GMC, Chevrolet, or even the V6 Buick, they're all great engines. You know, they were designed by engineers from the manufacturers. You know, what do we do today? We didn't design anything. All we do is rebuild, refresh the motors and put them back the way they were. All the engineering was done at the factory. Okay, today we have a lot of new technology with cars that are a lot lighter. In some cases, they're heavier. And with the new technology, with the fuel injection and the way the cylinder heads are designed, they have a lot more power than they did in the old days. So those new cars today with the new generation are something great. But I still love the old school. If you ask me, I own a 1970 Dodge Challenger, 440 Magnum 4-speed, and I also own a 2015 Dodge Challenger Hellcat. I love both my cars, but if it comes to driving on a weekend, I should prefer to drive my 1970 Challenger RT Kowalski Special. After all, that car you drive, the Hellcat drives me. So there you go. Leo's having some lunch, so you know what? I'm gonna take it from here. And here we go. This one is done. This one's done. Okay. We did all the 55s. See that? Look at this one. You go back in the middle, it goes back down, it loses some torque. But anyways, I'll just go through it again, just fast. See, look. And I've already talked about 55. But as you notice, let's see, we go back in the center again. There we go, we're good. Now we're going to 75. you go. Start from the center. There you go. This one's done. Done. Now you're going to roll. Here we go. Let's start from the center again. Let's see what happens. Oh, it looks pretty good. Here we go. Make sure I didn't miss any. This is just going to make sure I didn't miss any, which I'm sure I didn't. Just double checking. And there we go. It's all done. There we go. Now we've got the cylinder head bolted on. Now we're going to put in our core plugs. There we go. One more. Put it nice and straight, line it up, and hit it. There we go. That's that. And we all know these are pressed in. The shellac will also help it not leak and also kind of glued in place. Last one. There we go. Thanks for joining me on installing a pair of cylinder heads, cast iron on a 440. There you have it. Very simple installation. Just takes a few minutes, and there you have it. Another week here at Nick's Garage. And this week I've received quite a few packages, one from Canada and the rest came from the US. So I'm more than delightful to open them up because after all, these are viewers are sending me things, gifts, and whatever there is. So I just can't wait to get them opened up. So George is gonna toss them here one by one. So let's take a look and see what we got from whatever viewer sent it from wherever it is. Okay, and our first package is the one from right here in Alberta, Canada. Okay, and this one is from, what's his name? Well, let's find out. Let's open it up and see. Okay, this is a pretty heavy box. Here we go. Okay, let's open it up. Take out this foam, get this out of the way. All right, here's the letter. And this is from Kerry, from Alberta. Dear Nick, I've been watching videos for close to a year now since the pandemic started. I stumbled across them when searching YouTube for an engine dyno videos. Since that time, I've thought many times that you should be using a good or better carb for your testing. Most people do not realize how good of a properly calibrated built carb can run and the difference in power and drivability it can make. You are willing to pass on the old school knowledge. I have decided to give you a new carb for your dyno. Wow, first time I hear that one. Okay, let's see. I look forward to seeing it run and hope you like it. Kerry, thank you very much. Okay, let's see this carb you sent us. Okay, let's see. Wow. Okay, what we've got here? Okay, we've got everything we need for the carburetor. Oh, look at this. So here we have it, thumper carbs. Nice. Okay, let's see what we got here. Wow, it's well packaged well. Okay, let's see. I can't believe they sent me a carb. I cannot believe this. Kerry, you gotta be kidding me. Really? You didn't have to. You know, I got a 340 and a full 40. Well, the full 40 is gonna be a 6-pack. This is gonna go on the 340. We want to start with the 340. You gotta be kidding me. First time I received a carburetor as a gift. Look at this. This is not a cheap carburetor, let me tell you guys. Wow. I'm gonna have to look this up. Thumper carbs. Wow, this is something. I can't wait to try it on the dyno. I'm gonna try it on the 340, that's for sure. The one that we are all guessing on the horsepower. The one from London, Ontario. Wow, this is something, Kerry. Kerry, thank you very much. I didn't predict a carburetor to come in the mail, but this is something very special. Thank you, Kerry. Thank you very much. This here belongs to the dining room. Let's go put it up. Okay, let's go. A carburetor in the mail, and also as a gift. Vasily, you're gonna have to excuse me for a minute because we got a very special gift from Kerry from Alberta that sent us a very special carburetor that we're gonna try on the next engine, which is the 4-barrel setup on the 340. So I'm gonna put his name on our box right here, and it belongs here. Thumper Carbs. And let's see. There you go, Kerry. Thank you very much. It's an awesome looking piece, let me tell you. Kerry, there you go, Kerry. On the next engine, when we got the 340 up on the dyno, we're gonna put it on and try it out. There you go. Can't wait to get it on the dyno. This is nice. Very special, very special. Thank you very much, thank you. And this one's from Curtis from Delaware, from the US of A. Okay, let's go. You just don't know what comes through the door next, let me tell you. Okay, here we go. Here's a letter. Nick's Garage. Hello, my name is Curtis. I'm from Newark, Delaware. I am a subscriber of your YouTube channel and watch you guys quite often. I've learned a lot watching you and wanted to say thanks. I've included a Delaware state flag for your collection. I love American muscle cars as well. Take care and stay safe. Curtis, thank you very much. Thank you. Of course, we all love the American muscle car. This is the second flag of Delaware in our shop. But then again, I put up everybody's flag. Curtis, thank you very much. Put your name on it like I do on everybody's flag. It'll be my pleasure to hang it up in my shop. Thank you. And thank you to all the great people of Delaware. Thank you. Okay. And this one here is from New York City, Staten Island. And this is from John. John is the gentleman with the black GTX back here in the back of my shop, the 71, that we've ordered special pistons so we can make it a lot quieter than it ran before. Okay, John, what did you send me? What did you send me here? Nick, saw these white shopping for myself. I also had to get for you. Give one Mopar shirt to Vasily. John, 71 GTX. John, thank you very much. Let's check them out. John, you didn't have to. Look at that. Mopar, there's one. He's bought all the Mopar shirts I see. Here's the one with the Dodge Challenger. Nice, very nice. That's my car. Of course, we got also for Vasily. There's another one. Long sleeve, just what we need for the winter. There we go. There's another one, Mopar. Look at this, large and a smaller size. John, you didn't have to. Look at this. Look how many shirts he's given us. We've got a lot of shirts. Oh, look at this. This is a nice one. This is a nice, thick, big one. Just what I needed. John, thank you very much from Staten Island. Thank you very much, John. And don't worry, we'll take care of your 71 GTX. It's in good hands. Take care. Okay, and this is from the state of Indiana. And his name is Adam. Okay, Adam, what did you send us? Let's open it up and find out. There we go. First thing we look forward to is the letter from our viewer. And I love reading these letters. Nick, I really enjoy your content and think it has to be the class of a YouTube. It has to be the class of YouTube. I am a diehard Mopar and appreciate the knowledge. You are great to all of us. YouTube channels like Lunar Outlaws Garage. Please accept this Indiana flag and Hoosier Garage shirt decals as a thanks. Good luck and God bless. Adam. Adam from Indiana, Hoosier Garage. Thank you, Adam. Here's the flag of Indiana. And check it out. Hoosier Garage, you put it on. Adam, thanks a lot, buddy. I didn't have to write it in. I can sure see that you watch our channel. Here's his decal of the shop. State of Indiana, Hoosier Garage. Look at that. I sure have a lot of collection of shirts. Boy, do I got a wardrobe today. Let me tell you. Adam, thank you very much, Adam. He's got a channel on YouTube, and it's called Hoosier Garage. Check him out. And this was also from the US. This is from Kerry from North Carolina. Okay, Kerry, is this the man who sent us that book that we have in the trunk of my Kawasaki Challenger with all the pictures of the build-up? Let me see. Here's another letter. And the first thing I look at is the letters. Hello, Nick. I know you're looking for a Chrysler speaker, and I had a chance to pick this one up on eBay. So I'm sending it to you. Hope you use it on an upcoming build. Merry Christmas and good wishes for the coming year. Kerry. Kerry, thank you very much, Kerry. Speakers, I'm always looking for speakers. Oh, yes. That's the ones I put in the back of my Challenger. That's true. We're always looking for speakers. So this is perfect. Kerry, thank you very much. I sure will use it one day, let me tell you. Thank you. Thank you, Kerry. Thank you very much. Okay. This feels like an empty box. Okay, this is from the US and it's from the state of Pennsylvania. And it's from Milo? Molding? Well, I don't know. Let's see. Let's open it up and find out. Oh, wow. Check this out. Point. All right. All right, Nick. I just started watching your show this year and really like it. I had a friend that raced a 65 Dodge. He named it Vanishing Point. Wow, check it out. He passed away in 2007. I sent a picture of him and the car at Norwalk, Ohio's Halloween Classic in the late 80s. Milo, thank you very much. And this is your friend. Rest in peace, buddy. Look at that. And you call it Vanishing Point. Yeah, it is. Look, it's written on the door. Vanishing Point. Look at that. There's his car. God bless him, buddy. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm going to put this up in my office. Very nice. Thank you. This car and your friend. This is what we're all about. Thank you. Thank you very much. And this one here is from Gary from Toledo, Ohio. Wow. Okay. Let's see what's going on. $71 in postage. Oh, this must be something very special. Okay, let's open it up and find out what we've got. Here we go. Beautiful envelope here. Okay, we're gonna have to send him some stickers for sure. Hi Nick, hope you can put those to use. If you have any Nick's Garage stickers you are not using, you can send them to me, please. Thank you. Gary, it'd be my pleasure to send you stickers, don't you worry. Toledo, Ohio. Check it out. Front pockets, nice. A hoodie. This is something. Hey, check this out. Paco's. Hey, that's Paco's in Toledo. I've been to Toledo, Ohio once. Long time ago. Oh, look at this. Paco's Toledo, Ohio. Another shirt. Colorful one. Look at that. That's beautiful. Please love hot dog. That is cute. Oh, we got a lot of stuff here. Okay. And what is this? Gary, what did you send us here, Gary? Gotta make sure I open it nice and easy. I don't want to scratch anything. Oh, check this out. Ooh, the Charger nameplate. This is something, eh? Look at these are unique pieces. Yeah. Wow. All about Charger. Check this out. Nice. These are the ones that go on the door panels. That's very nice. Nice. And that was special, very special. It's all about Charger. Okay, here we go. We have another one here. And what's this? Whoa, what's this here? Oh, Charger 500 nameplates. Look at that. You don't see these anymore. Look at that. 500. I guess everybody knows we're working on a Charger 500. Oh, I've got the most generous viewers on YouTube. I cannot say anything better than that. I mean, really, look at this. Look what I've been given every day in my mailbox. I got always something new. I just don't know what's going to come through the door next. But I have to admit, I got the best viewers on YouTube. Look, it doesn't stop. Things just keep coming in every day. And here it is. Beautiful. There it is. Look at that. That's a beautiful nameplates, man. Beautiful nameplates. Gary, did you have a few Chargers or what? Oh, these are the levers like I got on the e-body. And these are genuine pieces, you guys. Really nice. These belong on e-body, Cuda and Challenger. We still have more. No wonder we paid so much for postage. And what have we got here? Paco's ketchup. Look at that. Look at this. You know, this looks pretty good. I love ketchup, but this one here looks pretty good. Can't wait to try it next time I make a batch of fries at home, let me tell you. Gary, thank you very much for everything. This is too much. And I'll send you those stickers, don't you worry about it. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, last package of the day. And this is from Michael. And he's a regular comments, regular viewer. And what did he send in here? God, it weighs quite a few pounds, let me tell you. What have you sent me? What have you sent me? Let's take a look. You guys, you don't have to send me anything. I just enjoy just making videos for you guys to enjoy. I just love it. And you know, you don't have to send me anything, but then again, things just keep coming in. What do you want me to say? Oh, okay. Retired U.S. Army Sergeant, Jacobek, Michael Jacobek. Hello, Nick. I saw your book look a little worn, so here's a replacement. Is that okay? Can't wait till you spring to see your 70 laying down the ribbon. Oh yeah, I would. I can't wait, Michael, let me tell you. With my Challenger, same car, there it is, with Barry Newman. Beautiful, just beautiful. Here he is. And I love the desert, let me tell you guys. There it is, it's all about Kawasaki. Beautiful, beautiful. So here, we got some more pictures here. Oh, we got some more here. Here we go. Here we got this one. Here's another one. These are all real pictures. These are from the real filming. Wow, look at this. There's the big cameras on the front of the car. Look at that, eh? Check it out, 440 Magnum. That's what I tell everybody. There it is, the exact same car. Oh, I love that one. Look at that. Drive It Hard, Barry Newman. Okay, and there's the book he sent me. 1979. Oh, I don't have the 79 edition. Thank you very much. Oh, 74. Yes, I do have a 74 and it's worn out. And now I just got another copy. Oh, I got a lot of pictures to put up in my office, let me tell you. You know, my office is full of everybody's gifts. I don't know where to put everything, but it's overwhelming. And I just got to say one thing. I want to give a special thanks to all my viewers that have sent me gifts and all the packages I've got lately. And I have to say it again, and I'll say it again, I got the best viewers on YouTube. After all, if you see the gifts I get every week, it is unreal. So what more can I say? So I just want to say a special thank you for everyone that's been watching our channel. Please subscribe, it doesn't cost anything. Share it, get your friends to watch us here on Nick's Garage on YouTube. And I want to give you guys all a special thank you for watching and for the gifts and for all. Patreon supporters and all. And thank you very much, you guys. I really appreciate it. Thank you. And you guys, if you look down below the video, we have a whole bunch of merchandise that you guys can buy. So whatever you like, buy it, love it, wear it, and enjoy it. And help spread the word of Nick's Garage. And if you have some time, check out our Patreon page. We have extra content and you guys can watch it and take it from there. And we'll see you next time.